Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for December 26, 2014. With your host, Space Baker 2448, Rabbit Epsilon, and Tommy Gun 2442.
Hello.
Of course, I get a Dragon Age Inquisition ad.
Hi.
I always get
Speaking of that
Inquisition ads
game,
on fucking Twitch.
Oh god.
speaking of that
Jesus
game,
fucking Christ.
I find that funny because that's the game Glock's distracted with right now.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
You're distracted with it.
Hell, I was in a stream where someone was playing with Dragon Age Inquisition, and I got a Dragon Age Inquisition ad.
Well, say at least with that, they're trying to keep it the same.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the same goddamn trailer.
Hmm.
If it's not that, it's one of the specific character trailers that is far too long to be a fucking ad. It's like a 3-minute long trailer. That is not that is not ad material. That is trailer material that you post up on a site. You don't put that as an ad.
But you know what it is.
What?
You're on a gaming site watching gaming. So of course they've got to give you the one gaming advertisement they have.
Well, Glock, I've had recording mishaps with Ultimate Alliance, which has delayed me from getting an episode out.
Yeah.
I believe you know what happened to my first recording, right?
The audio bugged, if I remember correctly.
The microphone was recording, and by recording, I mean it was recording dead fucking silence.
Oh, so about like when
Fucking
I tried
cock.
to record a game using the video editing program I've got. Yeah, that was a horrible mistake.
This is the default sound recorder on fucking Windows.
Yeah.
What?
You want to know what happened with mine?
What?
And luckily I was testing it before I tried to do anything, but still. I could record the desktop if you didn't want any sound. Yeah. What the hell?
Second time, it recorded my mic, but unfortunately, my TV was loud enough to where you hear everything on my TV.
So, echo, echo, echo.
I could literally hear myself play the game while I had the video, while I was in the preview for the editing for VDC. I was so angry because I was like the middle of the night on Christmas Eve, and I'm just like, fuck you.
Oh, damn. So pretty much what I'm hearing is the only thing that went right was the simple fact of I actually got V7 out the day before Christmas, like I was wanting to do.
Yeah.
You want to know what was still bad about that?
What?
The fact that it still took me longer than I meant to, because we were playing Payday. But that's a whole nother ball game there. Uh,
Well, we got a short list of stuff to talk about this week, but we get to kind of look back at the year and talk about our Christmas hauls since it's the day after Christmas, literally as we're recording this. So let's start the kind of baffling thing.
uh, this thing.
Mojang and Telltale are teaming up for Minecraft Story Mode. Telltale Games.
Thank you, Steam, for still fucking being up. And, well,
What?
I know what I'm fixing to do, so I'm just gonna pop up the title screen for a second. Let it do its stupidity. I know I hit it.
Yeah.
Hello, Taco Ninja.
Hello.
Hi.
But yeah, Telltale, which has brought us classics like The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, the brand new releases of uh, Game of Thrones and Borderlands. And we'll get to that in a minute, Taco. They're doing Minecraft Story Mode. I'm not sure how to feel about this, in all honesty.
I'm not really either.
They could go anywhere because there's no real like hard story to Minecraft.
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean, I think there is supposed to be some kind of a loose one, but it's not enough to be
yeah.
like a hard pressed story. It's more of a user interpretation kind of concept.
I I'm really curious to see what they'll do because I would assume that they have a lot of creative freedom with this because there's nothing established. Like, hey, there's creatures, there's tools, there's all this content there, but there's no story to this content. So,
I guess they could go a few different ways, really. They could, in theory, do a backstory as to what happened leading up to this. And I kind of see what you're meaning there, too. There's not a definitive anything with Minecraft, so yeah, that is kind of
but
one of those,
what do you think, Black? Since you're being awfully silent.
playing his game.
Hmm.
I got nothing. I don't know how they're gonna. The best
Well,
way I can describe this is the picture, the gift that I found a while back, where the guy cut the tree down and it said, "Tree will remember this."
oh, I've seen that on Tumblr. Yes, that is a glorious representation of this.
That's all I got. I got nothing else.
All right.
It was much work.
No, Taco. Not a story mode on in Minecraft the game. Telltale is doing a separate game called Minecraft Story Mode. This is a completely separate game. That's kind of a time.
Because
That's a spin-off essentially.
because the name mode doesn't mean it's gonna be a part of the game. Of course
Yeah.
not. I mean, where would you ever get that idea? I mean, it's not like that's an essential idea or anything.
Appreciate the sarcasm, Glock.
Welcome. I just figured it was needed.
Not really, no.
Yeah,
Ah, you
Telltale's the
need
one.
sarcasm every once in a while. Shut up.
Yeah, Telltale's kind of just being like, "Hey, we got the Minecraft property to do kind of do a new game." Essentially, what this is anybody's guess, considering they've got all the creative freedom in the world, essentially.
But that would kind of be a good concept too.
Mhm.
Toss it into the game.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they promote the game close to release by adding in content from that game into Minecraft proper.
Of course, truth to be known, this could be the Minecraft 2.0 update. In all seriousness,
Oh,
because they're getting up to it.
true. I would assume they make a big deal out of 2.0.
And I think this would be something that would be beneficial for that anyhow.
Yeah.
Of course, that's me.
course, I would think
but
it'd be
they would be wanting to charge more for it.
yeah. I think it'd be funny if they promoted it as a sequel, but it's just an update.
That would kind of be funny.
Yeah. But yeah, as you're mentioning, Taco, Sony and Microsoft apparently got hacked yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean I think they actually got hacked like the night of Christmas Eve. I want to say is what one article I said. So both Xbox Live and PSN were down, I think, all day Christmas. I saw an article on IGN that says Xbox Live is back up, and when I checked their website, it was back up.
Xbox
Apparently,
Live actually was up last night. It's just I think they had more issues Xbox One side than they did 360 side.
yeah, I know the site was down at one point because I didn't know about Xbox Live being hacked and/or being DDoSed. So we were trying to figure out error codes and how to get Xbox One for my nephew up and running.
Oh,
So it was a process of banging our head into the wall because nothing was working because we didn't know the actual problem, apparently.
So y'all were having the same issue I was having yesterday.
until I
Oh,
looked on the site and told Glock that yeah, it's not just him.
yeah. Yeah, the system isn't updating.
It wasn't that it updated. For some reason, the system updated fine, and then I couldn't log in at all.
Yeah, we ran into that problem after a while. Yeah. Apparently PSN is still down. I have not checked. I
It's
will say,
not down per se. There's specific parts of it that are still not working, but the core system is actually back online.
okay. What I will say is funny is that Nintendo's eShop system hasn't been DDoSed all week.
Okay, to this I say, outside of handhelds, how many people actually have Nintendo consoles?
Considering the game lineup they got this year, I would assume more people got Wii U's this year.
Maybe.
Because I got Wii U games for Christmas. I was updating them without a single issue. I find that personally funny.
Oh.
That somehow Nintendo makes it in the clear through all this madness. Yeah. Looks like those issues will be resolved at least by tomorrow. So if you got a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One for Christmas, you should be in the clear in terms of problems by Saturday, no matter what. Yeah. Improve PSN so no one can hack it. Uh-huh. That'll be the day. So, somebody will I think it was less hacking and more just DDoSing it. I think that's what really happened, is people DDoSed it. Because even, like, Xbox's website went down at one point yesterday.
I think all their smart glass apps and all that went down too.
Yeah. Yeah, so they were doing a big DDoS on both of them, so. Which, at this point, is normal. That happens
Yeah,
every couple of months now.
unless you're Microsoft, then it's every couple of weeks.
Yeah. Poor Microsoft, they get so much shit.
Or if Microsoft's really having a bad week, it's a couple of times a week. They did that one week. They got
Oh.
DDoS twice in 1 week. That was what was funny.
Jeez. How everyone. You remember how everyone was bitching about the whole situation with the Xbox One?
Yeah,
Are people still angry about that? Is that's why they keep getting DDoSed? Is people are still angry about that even though they fixed it?
probably.
Hell, I think they've done a lot to earn back the trust of the customer.
Of course, you know what's funny about all that? They managed to piss them off at the E3 conference. Yet we did not see any DDoSing until after the Xbox One came out. Perhaps that was a sign.
Yeah.
We'll buy your console simply so that we know how to DDoS you worse.
Well, there's still problems with the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Good God. How broken is the collection at this point?
I don't think the collection itself is broken. I think it's the multiplayer is broken.
Okay.
Which I see you that's your subtle transition.
Yeah. Subtle as a fucking freight train.
uh, but yeah, I
But
think that's the biggest problems. I don't necessarily think it's the game itself. I think it more
it,
breaks down to the multiplayer servers aren't holding up.
they got a little too ambitious about it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you also got to sit back and think okay, Combat Evolved Anniversary ran off of Reach's servers for
Mm-hmm.
its multiplayer. I don't know if Master Chief Collection went in and gave the original CE multiplayer or if they went in with the anniversary one. If they went in with the original, they kind of had to rebuild all of those servers,
I
like
don't
from the
know.
ground up. With the
I don't
Halo
know.
2, Halo 3, and Halo 4 stuff, all they had to do is up convert them to the new consoles because they already had those.
Well, because of the continuing issues with Master Chief Collection, we are now getting an ODST remake that no one asked for, but we're getting it anyway.
So now it's not the Master Chief Collection?
No, it's one game away from being all of the first-person shooter Halo collection.
I'm okay with that.
I believe now.
Uh,
I believe now if only they would add Reach and Wars, they could then technically call it the Halo Collection.
honestly, I'm okay with that because in the beginning, I wasn't exactly okay with ODST.
But then you got to experience the story.
I wasn't okay with ODST because it confused me my first go round.
What?
It,
Because of the
it
non-linear storytelling?
yeah, well, kind of. Makes me sound stupid.
Well, it jumps around a lot, so
Just the overall roundness isn't the word I'm thinking of.
Words into sentences.
Roundness isn't the word I'm thinking of. Broadness. The overall
broadness.
broadness of it. It was just. It was like you're hitting a giant brick wall trying to find the right way to go with the story. At
Oh,
least
and
that's what it was for me. And after the second or third time I played the game, I fell in love with it.
yeah.
I honestly love ODST. So I'm okay with that. Yes, it'll be a paid add-on, but
Is it a paid on that? I thought it was.
It's free.
No, it's
yeah.
free. No, it's
No, it's
free.
paid.
It's free.
Really?
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was revealed that anyone who played Master Chief Collection on time between launch and December 19th will receive a remake of Halo 3 ADST free
Oh.
sometime in the presumably near future.
Well,
Oh.
screw me. I didn't get it till Christmas.
Oh, I'm sure it will be on the cheap side in terms of paid. Also, uh, uh, we want to introduce ourselves because Taco isn't sure who's who.
Okay. I'm Tommy Gun 2442.
I guess since we're going in reverse, I'm Rampant Epsilon.
And I'm Pacemaker 2448. Anyway. But yeah, also we're getting the Halo 2 anniversary map Relic, and a free month of Xbox Live, and an exclusive in-game avatar and nameplate.
Cool.
Oh dear.
So basically, they're saying,
We
okay,
fucked up.
we broke multiplayer. Because of that, take ODST, take an extra map, and we'll reimburse you for that Xbox Live Gold time that you wasted on this game. Works for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. At least they're trying to make up for the fact that they got ambitious. They might have released it a little too early, and they are having to bust their ass to try to fix it again and again and again until it actually works.
Whoopsies.
Which sucks because at the very least, Master Chief Collection is ambitious in terms of its multiplayer.
Honestly, the multiplayer itself, unless it does go the extra mile and does throw Combat Evolved in as the original multiplayer for it, I would be perfectly fine with just the campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, at this point, yeah, the multiplayer's there. Yeah, a lot of people that play first person shooters like multiplayer over story anymore. Case in point, the reason why COD is so up there. Then when they actually try to give it a decent story, that's when everyone craps on it. But that's beside the point.
And when they get some really good really good gameplay mechanics behind it, it's like this year's COD, which surprised me because I'm like, you know what, this actually looks pretty decent.
Yeah,
How the hell did it take them this long to get here?
I played the multiplayer and I actually like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, with this, it wouldn't matter to me if I didn't have the multiplayer. Because the simple fact of the story being all together and you don't have to keep changing discs or go back to the dashboard to load up the other game or whatever, that would kind of make it worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah. I will say, we will know Bungie, or not Bungie, 343 will be getting desperate and appeasing people because they can't seem to fix the multiplayer if they add in Halo Wars.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They will be.
But you know what I'm surprised with?
What?
The fact that they threw in ODST before they did Reach.
Yeah, because you can.
At least Reach has some ties to Master Chief. ODST's that one-off kind of deal.
Yeah, it's more about just a squad of ODSTs that are back on Earth while shit hits the fan elsewhere in the galaxy.
And not to mention, ODST's multiplayer was Halo 3's. So it's not like they were going to add anything in for the multiplayer side of it. You would have figured they would have tossed in Reach before they would have done ODST.
Well, the only multiplayer ODST has that's not Halo 3 specific is Firefight.
Which that was in Reach too.
Yeah. Because all the other multiplayer was just Halo 3 multiplayer on a separate disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think you just got an extra map pack, I think? I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, the extra map pack.
Which one was it? I forgot the name of it.
I couldn't tell you the name of it, but I know there was a map pack with it.
Yeah. Mythic, I think? Yeah, Mythic.
Yeah.
You got your first chance at... Yeah, you got your first chance at Mythic with it.
Yeah, I think it was Mythic 1. Because there actually is 2 Mythic packs. Or, no, it might have been Mythic 2.
I don't know. I'll be back because I need food.
Oh, and Taco asks, which do we prefer, Xbox or PlayStation 4? I have no preference one way or another. I think they both have good games. They both have good things about them, and they both have problems at times. So
As far as game wise, not consoles, but game wise, Xbox usually tends to grab my interest more than PlayStation, but honestly, kind of same here. I see the good and the bad in both.
yeah. Then transition to this next one, but Galaxy away for the bit.
I say we transition anyhow because he gets lost even when he is paying attention.
Well, I threw this one in just for laughs.
Oh god.
Consumer Report: Top 5 most violent games 2014.
Oh lord.
Okay, the order of some of these makes me go, huh, wait, what? That's the part that confuses me about a couple of these. But according to Rooster Commercial Report, uh, the 5 most grievous offenders, quote unquote. Number 1 is GTA 5. Number 2, Watch Dogs. Number 3, The Evil Within. Number 4, Assassin's Creed Unity. And number 5, Sunset Overdrive.
Wait.
Now,
Huh?
okay, how the hell is Watch Dogs more violent than Evil Within? That's
What?
the part I don't get.
Why the hell is Sunset Overdrive on there?
I have no earthly idea.
That game isn't meant to be taken serious at all, and everyone knows that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Evil Within, horror game, has a lot of not just like gruesome, violent, but a lot of like grotesque imagery. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll put that higher than no. Huh?
I would have probably put that at the top, because, I mean, even with GTA 5, I highly doubt it's that gruesome.
No.
I mean, I might could understand where GTA 5 comes in there. I might could understand Watch Dogs at least being in the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. That's
Yeah.
one of
Somehow
those, huh?
I don't see how Evil Within ends up 3. I'm like, that should be higher on this list. If we're talking like most violent, like Evil Within's like one of the most violent games this year.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm also surprised Unity's a little low, but Assassin's Creed isn't that like gory, even though you do kill a lot of people in Assassin's Creed.
So, did y'all have fun
Yeah.
stalling?
Actually, we
We
just kind of freight trained right on.
yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We're
You're
talking
welcome.
about the top 5 most violent games of 2014 from Consumer Reports.
Oh.
It's GTA 5, Watch Dogs, Evil Within, Assassin's Creed Unity, and Sunset Overdrive.
Wait, Watch Dogs? Huh?
He heard it too.
Yeah. I don't get how Evil Within's rated lower. Like, I would think that'd be higher.
Yeah, Evil Within should definitely be higher than Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Well, we also got top 5 video games for kids. Skylanders, Infinity, the Ruby Sapphire remake, Smash Brothers, and Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's like the 5 safest picks in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, this is all for kids. They're also all made for kids. Although all 5 have an adult audience appeal. Oh. You have any more thoughts on this whole extended thing?
Hmm. Not really, no.
Oh, Glock? No.
No.
Oh. This next one might interest you.
Oh lord.
I will.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna wait for him to load up the title.
Okay.
Holy crap!
There we go. Well, off that reaction, Rockstar is apparently teasing Red Dead 2. We also got an explanation for the why GTA 5 heists taking half a century to get out, even
Am
though
I
they were
the
supposed.
only one with the 404 not found?
Oh, that's supposed to be there.
Oh,
That's an
okay.
image.
Yeah.
That is?
Yes.
Oh. No, it's not.
No, it's not actually.
I don't know why that's there.
Something
Hasn't been
was
there
there.
They broke their image.
apparently.
Something was there, and then they took it down. They were like, no.
They broke their image.
Uh, is that horse on fire?
Yeah. From
Huh?
the what was it? It was the zombie Halloween-esque DLC for Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, undead something.
Yeah, you got the four horses based off the Four Horsemen.
Oh, that had to be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, the latest tease apparently because there's more evidence of the Red Dead Redemption 2 being a thing. First time I've heard of actual evidence being behind that. So maybe I'm not listening in the right circles.
I'm not gonna call this Red Dead 2 or Red Dead Redemption 2. They're gonna come up with another name for this because they have in the past.
Oh,
Red Dead Redemption isn't the first Red Dead game.
I know. Isn't there already a Red Dead 2?
Yeah,
Kind of. Okay.
kinda, pseudo, yeah.
All right.
So I'm not gonna call this a 2. I'm gonna call this another
Red Dead Next Gen.
game. Yeah, Red Dead Next Gen.
Oh god.
That's it. That's the thing for a lot of games. It's like if they don't have a title, it's like such and such next gen. All right.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be current gen?
True. We
Shut
can't
up,
use
we're
next
not
gen
technical
anymore.
on this show.
Well, Nintendo says they are working on their next console.
Really?
Already?
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
I guess
Can't
This
they
comes
just
from-
sit down and rack in the cash?
I guess they're already done with the whole cycle and they're like, you know what? Screw them. They all can go with their long cycles. We're keeping on doing what we were doing.
Let's see. Not officially ready to talk about a sequel. The developer told fans to stay tuned in 2015 for potential news. AKA, we'll see you at E3 if we have anything.
Yep.
Wait, no. Rockstar doesn't usually go to E3.
Doesn't
they have to go-
usually.
Yeah.
No, because they went to E3 when Red Dead Redemption was a thing.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because I know they usually don't. Because GTA 5 wasn't really at E3.
No, it was at E3. Kind of.
Well, it wasn't announced at E3. It was just like, oh hey, this game's coming. Here's a trailer.
You know what they might try to do?
What?
Here's
They
my
might
thing.
try to see if they can sneak it in with all the E3 talk. Maybe just kind of unofficially announce it somewhere close to E3.
That would be totally in tune with Rockstar.
Just to see how many people actually catch it and are like, oh my god.
But there's a mention of Bully and LA Noir when they're talking about we don't always rush to make sequels. Bully came out on the PS2. That one's been a while.
Yeah.
Although I think some people do want a sequel to that game.
Wait, LA Noir, huh?
They mention both games when they're like, let me say the exact quote. As we've mentioned when asked in the past about new games and other series such as Red Dead Redemption, Bully, and LA Noire, we don't always rush to make sequels. But that does not mean we won't get to them eventually.
Oh my god! Does
I know.
that mean we're getting an LA Noire sequel?
Probably not, because if you're going to name the other franchises Rockstar owns, that's the list there besides GTA. Think about it. What else does Rockstar make?
Hmm.
I'll take that silence as, yeah, that's all they make. They got those 4 franchises. GTA 5 just had a game come out. Hell, they just remade the game for next gen consoles. Those 3 haven't received treatment since their initial releases, so
Time to pass the buck to the next biggest one.
yeah. Which will. Well, it's honestly going to be Red Dead Redemption, because much as I would like to see LA Noir 2,
I don't
depth.
think it's going to.
Yeah, and Bully might be too obscure now to really cash in on it.
Truthfully, I feel like the other two, they should have had sequels far before now if they were going to keep going with them.
Yeah.
Now, if they toss a sequel out for either of those two, it's not going to go over as good because you're going
I
to get
don't
a
know.
lot of.
LA Noir, I felt like it honestly didn't have enough attention.
Okay, but here's what's going to happen with LA Noir. You're going to wind up, say they announce a second one for it. They're going to be like, oh, there's a sequel to that cheap game. It must not have been any good. They're not going to take the time to think there was underlying circumstances as to why the game was so cheap. They're just going to be like, okay, well, the first one had a cheap price tag. It apparently wasn't worth a darn. This one's not going to be either.
Yeah.
And it's going to put it at a disadvantage coming out of the gate.
Yeah, yeah.
I've played LA Noir. I know it's good. Don't get me wrong there. But that's what everyone else is going to see it as.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of one of those just hidden gems of the year of that game, of the year, in all honesty.
Yeah.
With me, with Red Dead Redemption, I loved the game. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. Except for the running and jumping. Anyway.
So, the thing that Rockstar kind of has a problem with.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the weak point had to be near the end of the game. Is it alright if I do spoilers?
Oh, you're talking about, like, the ending?
Yeah.
Oh.
um,
Yeah, I don't have a spoiler damage.
I don't have the spoiler image for one, and number two, I do not remember. Hold on. If I can find it, then I'll do it.
Well, spoilers for the end of Red Dead Redemption that came out 4 years ago? Is it 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Wow, I got that right off
Hey,
the
you
bat.
found it. Hot damn.
Found it.
I found a fucking image.
Alright, put it up.
And I've hit the overlay instead.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah.
Tick tock, tick tock.
It's
Mouse friend up the clock.
it's up. Shut up.
Okay. Red Dead Redemption, it was a good game up until near the end. I felt that the way they brought about the ending, the way he died, it was disappointing. Because he was portrayed, the main character, he was portrayed as, he is this dude, he is the dude. He's like amazing at what he does. He doesn't fail. And on top of that, he has his own family. But for them to use civilization as a means to kill him made me feel as if it wasn't really becoming civilized, it was backtracking. And Red Dead Redemption is all about the the West and how civilization is slowly coming and taking over. I'm not exactly okay with it backtracking at the end just to make a tragic ending for the game. Does that make sense?
I have to re-go through. I have to read back through Red Dead Redemption story to give a
Basically,
good opinion.
you're John Marston, if I remember that's his name
I
correctly.
remember the story. I'm just like I have to go through beat by beat to really
Yeah,
see what you're saying.
yeah, but it focuses around civilization is slowly starting to take over. How the Wild West is slowly dying and industrialization is starting to take over. And it's just at the end it backtracked just to kill him off. And that's not how I pictured the ending to be. Did they do a good job with killing him off? Well, kinda. Ignoring the fact that it's all about industrialization taking over, yeah, they did an amazing job. But I don't know. It's just it's funky to me. That doesn't feel right. And I'm rambling on.
A little bit. A little bit.
Let me finish off here. You do get some Red Dead Redemption at the end after the credits when you get to play as his son and you get to kill the dude that killed your dad. But was that Red Dead Redemption worth it? But
Well, anyway, back to what we were originally talking about.
was that a bad joke?
Yep.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I probably made us lose that one person that was watching us.
So far,
Anyway.
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for sticking with us. Usually I'm the reason that people leave.
Oh, he might not have heard the joke yet.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta remember that, like, 30-second delay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
remove the spoiler image since we are no longer talking about the spoilers.
Nothing really to note when it comes to the talking about GTA Online heist. It comes down to, we got a little ambitious, we done goofed, we're still working on it. Final stages of development for PC version of GTA 5, so for all those waiting for the PC version, it is coming. Eventually. Maybe. Not much else. Say that hardware limitations is why first-person mode is not available in the last-gen versions in 360 PS3. Eh. I don't think you're missing out on that much, personally.
Nah.
Honestly, I got my hands on it. It feels different in first person.
Oh, okay.
It feels a lot different in first person. It really does. It is.
Does it work better online in first person as opposed to third?
It depends on the type of gamer you are.
Okay.
If you're a COD fan,
You'll feel right at home.
you will feel right at home.
Okay. Oh, goody.
If you are a Splinter Cell fan, third person's your lane. Y'all want to flip? I think y'all would have more fun.
I think there's anything to note from microtransactions, in all honesty. Yeah, not really. Yeah. Pretty much it, so... One thing to be excited about. and a bunch of things that may or may not come any point in the near future.
Hmm.
Alright. Well, this next one I thought was pretty cool. Although only one of them really deserves the Pulp Fiction treatment. Mostly because it's kind of inspired by Pulp Fiction.
Oh
Illustrator and
God.
painter Astor Alexander turned 3 iconic Nintendo games into Pulp Fiction book covers this month.
Hmm.
We got
Oh my God. I love it.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Mario, Samus, or not Samus, Metroid, and Bioshock Infinite's Burial at Sea DLC, which really appropriate considering that DLC. They look really good. I love the artificial wear on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that it 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 keeps certain aspects of the characters in there, but still keeps it in the style of Pulp Fiction. So I thought they looked really cool.
Oh yeah, that does look cool.
I really want that Burial at Sea one. Like, can I just get a poster of that? Or hell, just regular Bioshock Infinite as Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Anything else on that?
No.
No.
Well, we'll bookend on articles with Assassin's Creed Unity. Also, trying to make it up to players because problems, as you see, that's an actual thing that happens. Oh, Unity has plenty of graphical errors at times.
Honestly, I've played it. The only error that I've come up with so far is in the upgrades menu, I had an overlay problem, so all of the words that explained what the upgrades were that you could get for your character weren't there. That's the only error that I've had so far. That, and for some reason, it's not even the game, it's my Xbox in general.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, the console just doesn't want to register anything I press on my controller at random times.
Oh. Is it,
Question.
like, not responding, or is it lag?
It's not responding. There's no
Oh.
lag. There's nothing. It's as if I never even pressed it.
Oh, that's
The only
odd.
button that'll seem to work is the Xbox button in general.
Question.
Answer.
Were these problems last night when you couldn't sign into Xbox Live?
Yes.
Then I bet there's an update that you didn't wind up getting.
I know my Xbox has been needing an update for a while, but I've not gotten around to it because I've been busy with other things.
If you ain't really been playing on it, there ain't no sense in it.
Yeah. Well, Assassin's Creed Unity. They're offering a free game.
No, Glock, you can't get it.
Hung up. I know. I got everything on Christmas. Okay.
Let's see. In November, Ubisoft promised Unity's upcoming downloadable content Dead Kings free to players due to game's major problems. Those who have already purchased the season pass were also promised Crew, Far Cry 4, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Rayman Legends, or Just Dance 2015 for free. There's about 3 good choices in there. Black Flag's not one of them.
No, I do believe it's the first 3.
Yeah. Well, in Rayman Legends,
I could have gotten the Crew. Screw them.
To claim a game, players must select the same platform they use to play Assassin's Creed Unity, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or PC. Log into Uplay. Eligible players will be able to select a game until the offer expires on March 15th, 2015. So yes, you get a free game if you've been playing Unity for a bit. To be honest, I would probably recommend Far Cry 4, Watch Dogs, or Rayman Legends, because I don't
The
know about the
crew is
crew.
pretty cool.
Man,
I like the beta we wound up getting in.
yeah.
Even though it lagged like crap on my computer, I liked where
That
it
was
was
just your
going.
computer.
Yeah, and I liked where it was going. And I swear lag makes for some really impressive gaming capabilities there. Because if you can deal with the lag, then oh dear lord.
If you can deal with the lag and play that game, you're gonna go. You're gonna be able to do a lot more. And honestly, I found out a way that lag can help you.
How so?
If you're in a game that's all about precision, and you know how lag, like specific types of lag, will slow the game down. You can use that slowdown as an advantage and actually do what you need to do, and that you can be more precise with it.
Hmm.
I've
So,
had
like
it
an
happen
artificial
before.
slowdown. The
I've
slowdown's
had
already
it.
in the game, I think.
You what?
Isn't slowdown? No, wait, no, it's not. It's in their game. Never mind. Ignore me.
But yeah, you can use that to your advantage. And in racing games, if you get lag, sometimes lag can save you from crashing. Because one wrong move and your car can slam into the wall.
Yeah, but what I kept finding out was lag screws you over in the crew. Like
How?
hardcore.
How so?
Your vehicle goes slow, but the timer still counts normal.
Oh.
Well, that's a
Seeing a
problem.
problem there.
Maybe that's why it was so hard for you to get through that spot. Maybe that's why the time seemed unfair to you.
Uh-huh. I found that one out after the fact.
Well, any other thoughts on Assassin's Creed Unity?
That buggy, glitchy thing.
Yeah.
I'll say again, I haven't found any major problems, so no.
I think it's less that one person keeps having problems, it's that a lot of people keep having, like, random issues with it. I think that's what happens more. Uh... Oh, on
But
what?
I mean, I don't understand why people expect perfection.
I think it's maybe less people expect perfection and expect a level of quality.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, the article says there is more than 24 bugs and glitches. So,
Well,
to
I've
this,
done that before too in Game Dev Simulator because I needed cash.
but to this I say, if it was like 2 or 3 glitches, then everyone might be fine with it, but the simple fact that
Mine
it's
had
2
43.
dozen glitches and bugs,
My game had 43 glitches.
yep, that game would have done been took down. Like, everyone would have been like, screw that fucking game.
Granted,
But you know
it's
what?
kind of
I
the same
got the
number of
cash
bucks that
that
the
I
Bethesda
needed.
game has.
I got the cash that I needed to stay, in the running and make a better game.
Alright, well, I guess we can transition to a large, just look back at 2014 in general.
Wrong button. We're not talking about spoilers. This is stuff that's happened. I've got to put the title card up so I can pull the list up.
Well, if we're going to talk about stuff that's happened, I remember,
There's a link to a Wikipedia article that has a whole bunch of list of stuff that'll help jog memories.
well, before I do
Mm.
that, I remember the one thing that disappointed me this entire year was when Irrational Games shut down.
Yeah, that was.
That
Yeah.
that was that was one of the biggest things that disappointed me because I've always loved BioShock from beginning to end. I don't care what you can say about BioShock, any of the games. I loved them all. I thought they were amazing.
Yeah. Doug also said in chat that no game is perfect, and he's correct. No game is perfect.
That's what I was saying. I mean, if it only had like 2 or 3 bugs and glitches in it,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, everyone would be like, "Oh well, that happened. Oh well, they'll fix
Yeah.
it." But the fact that it had over 2 dozen, that yeah, I can understand that.
Oh,
Uh,
Taco just reminded me of something. Destiny. Because I keep hearing that some people are calling this year like a year of disappointments. And Destiny kind of is getting a part of that conversation to a certain extent.
Destiny, yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think Destiny's that bad per se. It might be.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people are considering Watch Dogs a disappointment.
I think
because what
because.
happened with that is it didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah, Ubisoft promised the world and they didn't deliver, I think, was more that. I think with Destiny, it's more. It's a combination of a lot of hype was behind the game
A
and.
lot of hype was behind the developers.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the game. It was the fact that everyone saw Bungie and thought, "Oh God, this is going to be a great game."
Yeah, and Bungie doesn't have the best experience. Well, they don't have any experience making an MMO, which is what Destiny is.
And that was
And
their first flaw there.
yeah, and that
Yeah.
reflects on how the game is. Honestly, Destiny isn't that bad. I haven't personally played any of the new uh, Dark. Was it Dark Below?
I don't know.
I want to say that's the name of the DLC, but I think I'm wrong. Uh, but I've seen it in action and it looks alright.
For the Sony side, I don't know necessarily how big of a support there is, but I know Xbox side there is. So I would say, I'd say probably it depends on what kind of a gamer you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I would
Oh,
say
say.
get it
Hmm.
because I feel like it's a good game, but I don't think the story's as strong as it should have been.
Yeah, the story is like, hey, it's kind of here, and then you read up, and then you have to like read up on a lot of stuff in the Grimorum to really get a lot of the intricacies to the story.
But in the same
I'm
sense, I do think it is a good enough game to at least give it a try.
Yeah, I say at least check out a demo or check out or like if someone has a copy of it, borrow it for a couple days, test it out, see how you like it. Like gameplay wise, it's fine. The problem is the more MMO esque aspects of the game are what pull Destiny down, and the story not being as good as it could be pulls it down even more.
You know, I've gotten to think about that though. That could be a uh, branch from the whole MMO aspect.
Yeah,
MMOs generally are strong on their stories. Bungie's used to making stuff that the story's set in stone and you're doing actions to trigger the scenes.
yeah.
So perhaps that's why the story's weak too. It's a case of they're not used to that MMO setup, so it's just poor story because of that. Because that would make more sense.
Well, I guess the talk.
Oh, what about when Twitch was bought by Amazon?
I was about to say something about that. Twitch being bought by Amazon.
Which everyone thought was Google at first.
Yes. That was literally the rumor was like, oh, Twitch is being bought by Google, and everyone flipped the fuck out. It's like, oh my god!
Honestly,
Don't
that
No!
screw
would not have
something
been.
else up.
Honestly, that would not have been as horrible as it could have been.
Yeah.
Look at YouTube.
To be
Fair
fair,
point, but look at what Amazon's done with Twitch so far.
They haven't done a freaking thing with Twitch.
except for the whole
Um,
content matching on VODs.
And
Really?
that came out after the Twitch purchase.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
And the worse than YouTube blocking on it. Because it's not just so bad that it's content matching on VODs. It's
Yeah.
if it matches it, that whole 30-minute block is locked out.
Which I believe they're working on shortening that, and also it's actually and for me, it's not as bad because it's not as picky about shit.
Yeah.
Like I can look at the same video, like the stream on Twitch, and I can pull up the same video that gets uploaded on YouTube, which is the exact same video. Stuff will be matched on the YouTube one that will not be matched on the Twitch VOD at all.
By the way, hi, Liviettle. I don't know if they said anything.
No.
Hi, just
Oh, so
yeah.
you're the other viewer. Okay, I got it. I was confused as to why I had additional viewers at random and no one else pop in chat. It's like, wait, huh?
Yeah. I think a message got ate by the chat. I think.
I wouldn't
You
be
think?
shocked.
Because I think Taco asked about this in the earlier, and I think the message got ate because I didn't see it. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, not that much has changed on Twitch. Hell, they even put it. They put in oh, what is the name for it? I forgot the name of it. The new way to view a stream in chat. I
Oh,
forgot what they call it now.
Theater mode? I don't know.
Is it theater mode?
I don't know.
was it called that? I know it's like that.
Yeah, theater mode. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Which to me kind of looks like what Hitbox is right now, which I find funny
I
because
know. I
it
know.
kind of looks like Hitbox.
Hitbox is owned by Amazon too. That's why. That would be funny if that was actually
Oh,
true,
God.
though.
Oh no, Amazon's gonna try to be like Google and try to own the whole world.
Well, I mean, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
Anyway,
And if you can't join them, eat them.
yeah, I really like theater mode.
I ain't really got to use it yet.
Oh, I've used it a couple times.
I
okay.
haven't.
Of course, I don't watch a lot on Twitch, so
I watch too much on Twitch.
You're not the only one that doesn't watch Twitch very much, so yeah.
Oh. I'm the only one who apparently watches Twitch a lot. Like, I find myself at times with nothing to do and being like, I'm gonna turn on a random Twitch stream and find someone I used to watch all the time and, like, drop that into the background. And, like, and probably play a game. Anyway. I'm now just looking through the events before we get, like, the list of games. Game Awards were this past month, which...
we kind of
Yeah.
discussed live.
Yeah. Pretty decent,
Honestly,
overall.
you gotta admit, it didn't go as bad
As past years.
as past years.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. But it didn't go as bad as it could have.
Yeah. I think they just need to kind of hammer out the technical issues they were having at times
Yeah.
and decide whether they want to be an award show or an event to premiere games at.
Yeah, because I kind of felt like they were just the latter of the two. They're just wanting to show off new games, and that's it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because
And
most of the
alright, that's fine.
awards, most of the awards, it kind of was like, okay, here's your award, goodbye.
And alright, that's fine. You can be on mobile if you want. That's cool. As long as it works. You never know. Twitch might screw that up. Good luck.
Honestly,
Oh.
their mobile app's probably been one of the better things they've done.
You know, for that being such a big purchase, you really haven't heard that much about it. The Oculus Rift, the Oculus VR, being
Oh,
acquired
yeah.
by Google for $2 billion back in March.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true. But
The
they
only-
haven't
but-
really done anything with it. So, I mean...
The only stuff I've seen about for Oculus is like from Markiplier, and I'm like, is that it?
No, because Jacksepticeye does it. Or
I don't
did
know
it.
who that is.
I don't know if he still does it, but
I don't know who that is.
he got a shout out from PewDiePie and then became somewhat
Oh.
big.
Oh, okay. That explains it because I don't follow PewDiePie at all. I don't hate the guy, I just don't follow him. So
Markiplier's done some stuff with him before too.
I'm not.
I've never been a big fan of PewDiePie. Like, I don't hate him, but
Mhm.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm not
Lord.
a fan.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, here we go. Pitchforks,
No,
torches time.
that's all I got. That's all I got. I don't hate him. I've just never been a big fan.
Mark stopped
Markiplier
buying.
and Jacksepticeye have to be my two favorites. And you should know who Jacksepticeye is. Him and Markiplier are doing a series now for The Forest.
I don't watch Markiplier regularly, so
Oh,
When I
that's
have
the,
nothing else to watch, I wind up doing going through YouTube, and because someone that is on the show tonight, Clock,
mm,
has subscribed to the TGS channel to Markiplier. Needless to
it's
say,
not
that
like you
comes
can't.
up, and I'm just like, I'll watch it. I don't
yeah,
care.
It's
yeah,
not like you can't unsubscribe. I mean, Jesus.
yeah.
Why
That's the
bother though?
yeah,
Like it hurts anything.
Then
Yeah.
why are you complaining about it?
I'm just letting it be known that you did it.
the only
Yes.
watching. The only real reason I've watched Markiplier stuff is like I'll be uploading something to the TGS account and I can't switch over to my account, so I'm like, well,
Oh,
Markiplier
cool.
videos are here, so I'll go watch some Markiplier videos while I wait for this video to take like 2 hours to upload.
Oh,
Me, a
cool.
lot of
Taco
times,
is a Jacksepticeye fan. Blah.
me, a lot of the times that I'm watching Markiplier videos is simply because I never change which YouTube account I'm on because I'll forget if I do. So then, if I go to upload TGS, it might be
It'll
on
upload
mine
to
for
your
all
phone.
I know.
Oh, well,
That's great. That's great.
So I just
uh,
do it out of safety.
Fair point.
Microsoft is trying to acquire more and more like named franchises to kind of
Yeah.
round out their roster. You had them
Who
getting Gears
was
of
it
War
that
back in
bought out
January.
Gears of War? Was it Microsoft?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
right there at the top back in January.
I'm not even on the Wikipedia.
Well, January 27th is when that happened. That they acquired Mojang for Minecraft.
Yeah.
I don't think they've acquired anything else this year. But they're trying to run
Whatever
like,
happened to that Nintendo Wi-Fi connection thingy?
oh, that used to be how Nintendo. That used to be Nintendo's online system
Yeah,
back
and
for
then
the
it
Wii.
disappeared. What happened?
They shut it down.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
That would explain it.
So any Wii and DS games that worked off that don't work anymore. That's why I think like people had like one last big day for like Brawl and like a couple different Pokemon games when that happened. Kind of the same thing that happened for like Halo 2 back for on Xbox before they shut the servers down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, see, that's kind of what I was talking about as far as Master Chief Collection. Really, they should have had the Halo 2 stuff,
Mhm.
and all they really would have had to do was port it. So I really do not see why they had such a hard time with the multiplayer.
Well, personally speaking, I got to see a lot of League competitive play this year, and I've enjoyed myself.
Oh, speaking of League, the World Championships were this year. Well, this year's World Championships were this year, obviously. Where was it? Seoul,
Uh,
I think.
Seoul, South Korea, yes, at
Yeah.
their at the World Cup stadium.
Really? Cool.
2DS. I forgot about the 2DS. It is a good idea. I just don't think it's sold well. Well, they sold it well.
I think more so for pricing and because I probably won't use the 3D part of it.
Yeah.
GameStop has a display, and I turned the 3D on just to see what it would look like, and oh dear lord.
You have to find the sweet spot for yourself, in all honesty.
But
Oh,
in all seriousness, because I probably won't use the 3D part of it, I might get a 2DS here in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I think the 2DS is a fine alternative. I just don't think they've sold it well to the public.
yeah.
Well, what's there really to sell? I mean, the whole
Oh,
deal with the 3DS was the 3D capability.
Hmm.
So they had that push. They're like, okay, you like the DS. Here's the 3DS where you can actually have 3D games. So that was their selling point with that. The 2DS, they took that away. They took the uh, closing mechanism out of it. So now it's this big hunk of plastic that you have to lug around in your hand. You can't put it in a pocket or anything because it's so big.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what is there to sell on it?
wait, 76 people went blind from the 3D and the 3DS?
That I would not doubt.
If you stare at it long enough, I would think you could like get some temporary blindness. Like I wouldn't think like it caused permanent blindness, but like temporary, I would
I
think.
figured it would just, the focusness would just kind of screw you over.
I
Yeah,
the one at
yeah, because
GameStop,
it's
the one at GameStop, I turned it on. I literally might have looked at it for maybe 10 seconds and it goofed me up until I
Oh,
got out into
oh!
the car and then I was fine again. It's like,
oh
holy shit.
We're all forgetting about the Golden Joystick Awards. That's how I got my XCOM.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Golden J64. So that we talked about the results on those, didn't we? Because I
Yeah, we
think we
did.
I
did.
thought we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went through them on one of the shows and just kind of went, yeah, that's who won this, that's who won that.
Oh yeah, and it was temporary. I was like, I would hope it's temporary. If it was permanent, I would think we'd hear about it because everyone would be like, "Oh my god, Nintendo's causing people to go blind." Oh my god.
Wait. One of the companies this year is their 30th anniversary.
Naughty Dog. Yeah.
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Yeah. 30 years in business.
Wait,
I'm still
wasn't
waiting for one
wasn't there
day.
another one?
Insomniac may have celebrated an anniversary this year. Maybe.
No. Reflections Interactive.
And that is.
I'm gonna
It's
need
their
context for
it's
that
their
one because I'm not.
30th. It's their 30th anniversary. Reflections Interactive.
And that is, I don't know that name offhand.
Uh Oh, it's
Oh,
known as Ubisoft
yeah.
Reflections now.
Oh, okay. A Ubisoft studio. Okay. I was like, I've never heard this company. Who? Like, what'd they do?
That's where I was like, huh?
All right.
Oh,
Well,
the Driver Series, Just Dance, Destruction Derby. Okay,
so
that
a
makes a
good
little more sense.
franchise, a decent franchise that's kind of disappeared into the obscurity, and a thing we don't talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking at releases, I forgot that this came out this year, and technically it came out this year in America. It came out last year in Japan. Final Fantasy 13 3.
Uh,
Oh, that wonderful game.
no. You mean Lightning Returns.
User in your channel timed out.
Well, Glock just disappeared.
I know he didn't do it on purpose because he timed out,
Yeah. Well,
but that couldn't have happened any better. Oh, God.
yeah. Bravely Default came out this year. That's a really good game from what I've heard. Really good 3DS title. Wolf Among Us. I think episode 2 came out.
That's the one that Glock just is like, oh my God. Ain't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else? I'm in like February. Rayman Legends, which is I think that was just the next gen release. Resident Evil 4 remake. Let's see. Ground Zeroes came out, but some people have like mixed opinions about Ground Zeroes because of its length.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much content you complete.
Yeah, I remember that.
In a lot of ways, it's kind of like a glorified demo of Phantom Pain. Kind of question why they released it as an actual release and not just as a demo, or like an extensive demo. But let's see. Dark Souls 2 came out this year.
Hmm.
That's a game of the year candidate for a lot of people, and so is Stick of Truth. But much as I don't care for South Park, that's a game of the year for a lot of people. Uh, Diablo 3 DLC. Ooh, Mercenary Kings. Is that what I think it is?
Which one?
Mercenary Kings.
User entered your channel.
Yes, it is.
Hold on.
Welcome back, Glock.
Oh, oh crap! I need the
Did,
network security key.
did 13.3 scare you off?
I think it did.
But Mercenary Kings is like a what is it? I can't remember what it is, but it's like an old school side scroller that's really good from what I've
Oh.
seen.
Huh.
It's one of the more noteworthy indie titles that came out this year. There were a lot of good indie titles this year. That Shovel Knight, crap, I can't think of anything.
Guys,
What?
I'm trying to fix the internet. Internet went down for a little bit, so I had to. Well, the internet didn't go down. My grandmother was trying to clean, and it was an
Pull the plug.
accident. She didn't mean to.
Oh, she pulled the plug somewhere.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
No.
User in your channel timed out.
Well,
Well, I was right. No.
damn it. Elder Scrolls Online came out this year, but that is like disappeared hard.
I've lost where you're at.
April.
Oh, I'm ahead of you. Whoops. Rewind.
Yeah, that game has disappeared. Like there was a
Yeah.
lot of hype behind that game, and it just went poof after it came out. Like no one was angry or upset at the game. It just was like, yeah, Elder Scrolls Online came out. Apparently, no one cares.
Yeah, it just kind of went poof.
Wonder why that happens. Is like just people just lose interest in it?
Maybe it felt too much like WoW.
I doubt that, considering how, from what I've seen of it, it doesn't seem WoW-ish. Kind of like how SWTOR is. Granted, that might be the problem because I don't. 'Cause I think the more notable MMOs these days have a lot of WoW in them in the
Yeah.
formula.
Well, it's because
User
really
entered your
WoW
channel.
did kind of set it all
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
Welcome back once again, Glock.
How's my ping?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I'm not paying
Pull it up.
attention.
You're good.
Honestly, it will probably be however much longer we wind up talking about stuff.
Did y'all hear what I said though?
Generally, Taco, the year-end one kind of lasts a lot longer than normal.
Yeah.
That's why we shortened the article.
Yeah, and also Glock, your ping's like normal-esque.
Yes.
Okay. But did
It's like
y'all hear
40.
me before I left?
No.
No.
13.3
talking-
scared you off.
Again. No, 13.3 scared you off.
13.3, huh?
Final Fantasy 13.3. The first time you disappeared, I said that, and then you went.
What I was trying to say was I was talking about Shadow of the Beast and the Amiga.
I don't think I know those.
Shadow of the Beast is a game that came on the Amiga, the game system.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a game that Reflections made.
Yeah, okay.
It was the Amiga was it was sold by Commodore. I can't. It was almost like PCs but cheaper. think
He has no idea what he's talking. What he's talking about right now.
Nope, he's completely lost his train of thought.
That and
He has
also
derailed
think
himself.
Yep.
the Amiga. It's the Commodore's old PCs, and then Commodore crashed and like burned horribly
Okay.
because of reasons.
Well, one game that
Anyway.
surprised people: Wolfenstein: A New Order.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen Dragon Guard 3, and that looks pretty decent.
What game?
For Dragon Guard 3,
What are we talking about? Where are we at?
May.
May?
Unless you see something on the way down to May.
Oh Lord,
there's
you
releases.
had to open that
No.
door.
What?
He will be talking about every obscure title that we have no idea what it is. You know that, right?
More than likely. Probably.
Hold on. Getting into May. What week?
There's no
20th
week.
right now.
There's weeks.
Is where he's
Yeah.
at, and he's just kind of hitting big ones. Going.
No
down through.
releases during this week. No releases during the. I'm confused.
The Wikipedia article is linked to the list of articles.
Wait.
You need to be looking at that link.
2014 in architecture. No, I didn't mean to.
Anyway.
Game releases. There it is. Okay. Get down to May. January. February. March. April. May. Okay. Oh! Blade Symphony.
See, told you.
I don't know what that is.
Blade Symphony was a really cool game. Imagine Ninja Gaiden cross Mortal Kombat. Way too much emphasis on the sword fighting.
Alright.
And it is absolutely an amazing outcome. I loved it.
Apparently, it was
Watch
funded
Dogs,
off of a Kickstarter campaign too.
a lot of games are funded off Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Granted, I think Kickstarter's like gone down since last year. Not as many games are getting kickstarted. Mostly because I think people are realizing it's like, oh, I may kickstart this game, but it's not going to come out for like a year or plus, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that when the story about my uncle came out?
I don't know.
A story about my uncle came out in May. I didn't know that. You guys still need to play that game because it's amazing and I love it.
That is actually a good question, Taco.
What?
If you're into first-person shooters, I would say go Far Cry 4. If
Yeah,
you're
Far Cry 4.
looking for a good
Indie.
platformer title with a good community behind it, Little Big Planet 3 is, because you'll have like plenty of community created content out of that.
For some reason, I keep wanting to consider that more indie related because I feel like Little Big Planet is more of a indie type.
Well, it's
thing.
made by Media Molecule, which isn't that big of a company.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a. All four, I think, are good choices. I haven't heard anything about NBA 2K15. Excuse me. Yeah, all four are good choices. So, I say flip a coin. You're in doubt. Flip a coin. Let's see.
Whenever we get to the next month, I have a question.
Mario Kart 8 is really good. Spoilers for a bit of my Christmas haul. COD. Oh,
Wait, are we in
No,
June?
we're
Where we at? Mario
looking
Kart.
at
Mario
chat
Golf.
also. Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8's
Oh,
bottom of May.
chat.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. COD.
Yes, a coin with four sides because space can find one.
No, you just flip a coin with like a couple of pairs, and then you just flip a coin 3 times for each of the 3 pairs you'll have.
Yep.
Pair.
Flip a coin, and then one of two will work, and then flip the coin again. One of the other two will work, and then you flip a coin for the last two.
I'd say go Far Cry 4 then. It's
Yeah.
probably the better of the FPSs there. You get a
Yeah.
lot. You can have a lot of fun with that. Single player wise. If you're looking for a good multiplayer, Destiny is the better option, I would think. Far Cry 4 is hit and miss. Like if you get good people with you, it'll be good. All right. Marvel Heroes 2015, which I think is just a rebranding of the game.
I think it is.
In all honesty, yeah. Which I've been meaning to get back to Marvel Heroes, but I have to like update it, and it'll take like 40 minutes to get it updated.
Oh god, it probably would for me too. It's been
Yeah.
forever.
Alright.
That might be something we'll
Uh,
stream.
hmm.
We'll have to make sure that Glock can run it though, because I don't
He
think
should
he's...
be able to.
Yeah, but I
Run
don't
what?
think he was with us the last time.
No.
Run what? Run
Marvel
what?
Heroes. You should be able to run Marvel
Um,
Heroes. It's not that intensive of a game unless we're talking about like one of the big like group bosses in the middle of a level where everyone's just like, kill the boss, Herg!
That's probably a lot of lag.
Oh god,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, even for us, it's lag. But that's because you have like 40 people hitting all their moves on the one guy. So,
Uh,
Alright then.
you know what? That will probably be plan A for Rampant Gaming. I know it's a little early, but that'd give us all a reason to get back into it again.
I never played it, so
have you played Marvel Alliance?
no.
Have you played X-Men Legends?
No.
Okay. Look up either one of those games, and that's pretty much the experience you're gonna have.
Is it a story?
Yes, to a certain extent.
Then I'll enjoy it.
Okay.
But yeah,
It needs a story. If it has a story, I'll enjoy it. If it doesn't have a story, well, you can count me out.
It's got a story to it. It's just in cutscenes and then dialogue. Let's see. Valiant Hearts. That pulled on the heartstrings of a lot of people I know.
Oh. Oh, that game.
Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight has impressed a lot of people and has made me want to see if I can pick it up at some point.
Why
People
does it
love-
say that XCOM Enemy Unknown and XCOM Enemy Within
Linux
came out
releases.
on
Linux.
Oh.
Lynn.
Okay.
Lynn.
I
Next to there.
actually did not realize that though. I bet that means that the copy that you and me both got Glock through Steam, and same with you, Piece, is compatible on Linux. Not that you
Probably.
two use it, but I mean,
Probably.
Yeah, I don't have anything Linux. Let's see. Werewolf Among
I
Us.
still don't understand.
What?
Why?
why?
Divinity Original Sin didn't get that much in terms of view wise. Why?
Probably because it wasn't advertised that well and people weren't aware of it. Eugh.
That would be my guess.
Yeah. It just didn't get out there enough.
How come there is no good abbreviations for Xbox One? I'm sorry, it just caught my attention here, and even on Wikipedia they've got it abbreviated XBO. I swear that does not sound right.
Well, would you prefer it to be shortened as Xbone?
That's
I've
why I'm
recently-
saying there is no good shortening for it.
Because I saw people on Twitter recently use that for the first time, and I'm like, you are so far behind on that nickname.
Don't. Just don't.
That was meant as a joke.
I know. Just don't. Just don't. Don't.
Glock
That's
has
how
an
the- that's-
Xbone.
Let's see. Last of Us Remastered. And I have a funny story about Last of Us Remastered I heard.
Oh lord.
You know there's an Easter egg for Last of Us in Uncharted 3, correct?
I think you've mentioned something about that.
Yeah, the magazines, right?
Yeah, well, no newspaper articles.
Or
They're in the
newspaper
bar
magazines,
in
whatever.
the first part of the game. Well, Last of Us was supposed to be announced before Uncharted 3 came out. Because Last of Us was being worked on at the same time as Uncharted 3. They had an entire team work in secret on the game.
Oh wow.
And it was supposed to be announced before Uncharted 3, but it didn't happen. And they almost spoiled the announcement. But no one noticed.
Huh.
Yeah, the Easter eggs were supposed to tie into the announcement of Last of Us. Yes. Yes. That is the downside of Wikipedia, but we're just using it as a list of releases.
And
Yeah.
quite frankly, we're not paying attention to the exact day that they were released.
No.
We're more paying attention to if it sounds about right.
Rogue Legacy is another one that was good this year. That's another indie title.
Yeah.
Apparently we
What
had Crazy
about
Taxi game this year.
Oddworld?
Oh, the Oddworld remake?
Yeah, new and
Oddworld, new and
tasty.
tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed that one. It was fun.
Of course, Oddworld's meant to be that fun game.
It really is.
And it's also kind of supposed to be that one that some people have heard about, but chances are there's a good bit of them that haven't. So I'm fine with stuff like that.
Yeah. The
The
Wolf
one
Among
indie
Us
title that
episode
came out of
5.
nowhere and like surprised a lot of people, especially with its depth of how the story is, especially with what's been shown in in the second one, Five Nights at Freddy's.
You almost screwed it up. Well,
Yes.
technically you did screw it up. Anyway,
Yes.
but
Bravo.
you're forgetting about another indie title, but this one was big for other reasons.
Why are you doing your best Shatner impression?
Surgeon Simulator
Didn't that come out last year?
did, but the iOS and PS4 edition came out this year.
Well, I'm not counting things that came out this year that came out previously, except for Final Fantasy 13-3, because that came out in Japan last year, not stateside.
Did Diablo 3 come out this year? Or was that last year?
The DLC came out this year, but I don't think Diablo 3 proper came out this year. I think that was like late last year.
Oh, okay. That's one thing I wasn't sure about, because it seemed like all the hype for Diablo 3 came this year, which was weird. You're Professor Layton in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I have not played that.
You haven't?
No. I've heard
Isn't
it's
that
not
the one you were just like, oh my god?
No, Dual Destinies. The proper Ace Attorney one. This is the crossover between the Layton series and the Ace Attorney series. I have not played that. I've heard it's not that good in terms of, like, a game from either series. Sims Swarm came out to disappoint people because of what they took out, which was a damn shame. Took all the fun out of Sims. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's, Shovel Knight more. D4 came out to no one's attention. High Wars came out and surprised everyone is it's really good.
Which one?
Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Persona 4 All Arena Ultimax, which I will personally recommend to anyone.
Wait, why does this say Warframe? Oh, Xbox One. Okay, never mind.
Warframe came out for Xbox One. I've seen a review for that Sherlock Holmes game, and apparently it's pretty decent.
What about Goat Simulator?
We ain't talking about a simulator game.
but Goat Simulator. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm messing it up. It's Goat MMO Simulator now.
Wow. Anyway, Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U. I'm skipping that a bit. Skylanders Trap Team came out. Alien Isolation. Now we're getting a lot of good games.
Question.
A lot of major stuff. What?
What is Kickbeat?
I have no idea.
Apparently, it's an Xbox One game, but like
Oh.
music and martial arts.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14 and Realm Reborn. I almost forgot about that. They bounced back hard from their failings on that one.
I heard that one was a horrible fail.
Well, they bounced back hard. They have found a fan base now, and they are going strong.
Oh, they have.
Yes, ever since they've done A Realm Reborn, which is essentially the relaunch of Final Fantasy 14, they have bounced back and won people over.
What month are we in?
I was down in October. I just mentioned that because I forgot to mention it because I saw it a while back.
Oh, okay. Um, 6, Master of Shadows. I've heard good and bad things about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of it. I kind of want to play it, and at the same time, I don't want to spend money on it if it's going to be bad.
Let's see. Evil Within didn't turn out as well as one could hope for it. Near the Legend of Korra, which honestly surprised me because I thought it was looking good. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
What about Beyond Earth? You're forgetting about Beyond Earth.
I need to look more into that. I don't see
I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah,
actually.
I've heard it too. I just need to look more into it. Sunset Overdrive. I have not looked more. I need to look into more Sunset Overdrive.
I'm
Wait,
with
Power
you on
Rangers
that
Super
one.
Mega Force?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they always have like a portable title for the new Power Rangers season that comes out. It's never
Wait.
that good.
Pokemon Art Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where you could draw it and color all the Pokemon.
It's like a virtual
They
coloring
actually
book.
made a game out of that?
It's a virtual coloring book. That's not that surprising. It's like Mario Paint.
Oh, okay. Oh, if you could be anyone for a day, who would you be?
Depends. Does anything I make a decision on get to
Does
stick?
it have to be a real person? Can it be a character?
I was gonna say, if my decisions get to stick as this person for a day, there are several different companies I would like to be the boss of, just to be like, I'm gonna send this here, send that there, and go by, and then let things happen from there.
And just kind of watch in the background after that day, just kind of like, I know what's gonna happen.
Like, get to be in charge of Nintendo, put Star Fox at like top priority. I'd be like, this gets made top priority. Put it above Legend of Zelda.
How many fans do you think that would tick off?
Plenty, but I wouldn't care.
It would tick off a bunch of people,
Ooh,
but
ooh,
it would
Captain Jack
also make a
Sparrow.
lot more people happy.
Captain Jack Sparrow, just because he's Captain Jack Sparrow and he's awesome.
Oh no, you'd be drunk too much for your day.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Okay. So say, I want to be drunk for half my day.
But what are you talking about? The rum's always gone. How am I going to be drunk with the rum gone?
The rum's gone because he forgot he drunk it like 2 hours earlier.
Why is the rum always gone?
Rogue, I don't think turned out that well, but Unity kind of did. Although I think the story is like a
Did
little
you
too
guys,
Romeo and Juliet.
Did y'all ever play Dungeon of the Endless?
Never heard of it.
Same.
Dungeon of the Endless was an indie game. I read about it a little while ago. It seemed interesting, but there was people that were just kind of like iffy about it because of the fact that it's so difficult in the beginning. It's basically one of those. It's a pixelated game. You know, it's kind of like it's not supposed to be big in graphics. Anyway, and it's a spelunking game. It's about you're in a cave or a dungeon, and you're trying to survive in the dungeon while there's endless waves of monsters trying to kill you. And apparently the beginning is like really difficult, so
That sounds akin to several games that have done that this year. Like
Yeah.
Rogue Legacy, Rise of the Necromancer, I think. I can't think of the proper title for it, but I know Necromancer's in the title.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom
Oh
came out
God,
and flopped.
that
Although the
lovely
TV
piece of
show's not
crap.
bad. I've
Huh?
seen a few episodes of the TV show. The TV show's not bad.
But the game.
Yeah, the game flopped hard.
Oh,
Uh,
Valkyria Chronicles was finally put on
yeah, the PC, yes.
computer. Yeah. Yeah, I actually want to
That
get
got
that.
up on the charts for top selling game on Steam. I am so happy.
Really?
Yes. I was
Oh,
like,
that is awesome.
yeah, I was like, yes! Rating for Watch Dogs. Damn. It's been a while.
A specific game that I'm playing right now.
Oh, I give it a solid 7 to 8, I want to say. If we're going to go from 1 to 10, I give it a solid 7 to 8.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, 8.
'Cause-
I would go with 8.
because yes,
I wouldn't go.
I
I
don't-
wouldn't.
I don't feel like it matched the hype Ubisoft was trying to push with it,
Yeah.
but still,
It was-
I've yet to find a game that Ubisoft has done that has just completely sucked in my eyes either.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not just I'm a big Ubisoft fan. That's all seriousness. If they had one that sucked, I'd be the first one to say it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think driving
Yeah.
controls could have been a little bit tighter because they were a little loose, I felt. It could have cut back on some of all the collectible whatnots. And story, I don't know.
I didn't finish the game yet, so careful
Okay,
on
I
what
was-
you say there.
I'm not thinking of spoilers. I'm just thinking like story overall. I think story could be a little bit tighter overall.
Yeah, the story could be.
Yeah.
My main thing with it is a lot of people were looking for Grand Theft Auto out of it, and that's what ticked me off. That's why a lot of it got so bashed.
No.
It was bashed hard just because it wasn't Grand Theft Auto, and it was never trying to be Grand Theft Auto.
I think part of that actually comes from the inverse effect there. It wasn't supposed to be like Grand Theft Auto, and instead, graphical wise, it kind of looked like it, even though it didn't feel like it. Because I'm sorry, I've played GTA. It don't feel like it.
Yeah,
It's its own game. It just has the graphical aspect of it.
Yeah,
it was real.
yeah,
And
Well,
hi,
it comes
Beast
from-
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Sorry.
well, it comes from the fact that GTA and Watch Dogs share several genre types. So
That's true.
Yeah.
the comparison is going to be made because they do share qualities between the two.
True.
They may do different things and try to be and have different identities to them, but at the end of the day, they do share things, so they're going to be compared.
Very true.
Alright. See if we can wrap this up a little real quick.
All right, time to move on over to December then.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm on November.
We're
I
still
haven't
in
finished up the
November.
We're on November still?
Yeah.
Yes.
Valkyria Chronicles was like the 11th, and that was the last thing we mentioned.
But then we went to Watch Dogs. And then I'm looking through
Because
everything
Watch
else,
Dogs
and
was
there's...
part of the. Pay
Yeah, I
attention to
know.
chat plus what we're doing, please.
Yeah, someone, Taco asked in chat for a rating on Watch Dogs.
Well, I know that.
Yeah. Warlords of Draenor. People have really liked Warlords of Draenor. I think that's one a lot of people back on WoW.
Yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition. Also, piece of advice, Glock. I keep hearing, don't stay in the hinterlands.
Why?
Because you'll spend a fuckload of time in the hinterlands for no good reason.
More experience. Which means level ups. It's
Right.
grinding, but it's worth it.
Right, but you can move on and do other things. You can come back to the hinterlands.
Why do that? Why would I come back later when I would have already been at that level? If I would stay in the hinterlands, I would be higher level when I go to where I need to go.
But because there's more interesting things besides the hinterlands out there.
I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to be able to explore. I like to be able to explore each specific place a lot, like in detail. That's what I like about a lot of RPGs and stuff like that. You can just kind of, you can relax and you can take it slow, or you can take it fast and go through the entire story in one day. Well,
Yeah.
not one day, but you know what I mean.
All right.
It's your choice. It's your gaming decision.
Persona Q I picked up. I've played it a bit. I've really enjoyed it. I think
Really?
the only thing it's missing is something equivalent to the S-Link system in there to really kind of explore certain relationships you can have in that game. But
Hmm.
I think it's doing a fine enough job as is. I've enjoyed it. Uh, these things that we haven't really talked about. Game of Thrones. If you don't follow Game of Thrones, you might not want to bother with that game. You're gonna be
You won't understand a
lost.
you won't understand a freaking thing about it. Uh,
I don't think I would like GTA 5. I don't know. That's a lot of work for something that I don't think is necessary. If you
what,
could go in,
GTA 5?
if you
You
could go
could
to
go
every
into
single
every
building, would
building.
you like it more or less? I don't know if I would want that because that
I,
seems a lot of stuff there.
That's a lot of useless work though, because
Yeah,
there's going to be houses and stuff that it's just going to be useless putting them in.
yeah,
Why would you even bother if it's just going to be there?
yeah.
if there was a use in it, I could see it, but
Like in Unity.
honestly, either way, I
Like
don't think it would change my opinion of the game.
Yeah,
I'm going to go back to Unity. Unity tried to do something similar to that, but they put it more into it's useful because
yeah,
it's useful for escaping and stuff like that.
Right, if it was something like that where like if you could go into any building then like I don't know, maybe you could get the cops off of you or something. Or yeah, if you could find things inside.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
That's a
I could understand it, but still I don't think it would change my opinion.
Yeah,
it would
still
have
even
to.
then it would have to be something big for it to really be, "Oh my god."
Yeah, DayZ does it right because I think you can go into every building that's in DayZ, but there's far less buildings in DayZ than there would be in a GTA game.
Yeah, there's far less, and DayZ is more about survival. You can go into the
Yeah,
buildings and look for supplies.
yeah. I don't know. You'd have to get away from what GTA is. I think if you were gonna really get that good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Ace Attorney trilogy came out. That's a good pickup. If you want to get the first three Ace Attorney games.
Yeah. The Talos, the I don't know how to pronounce it. Talos. I think it's Talos.
Else?
The Talos Principle came out
I have
this
no
month.
idea what that is.
It's this weird puzzle. I don't know. It's a first-person puzzle game. It is the weirdest thing I have played, and yet I still enjoy it. Like, it's narrative driven. It's a first-person narrative driven puzzle game.
Now, Space, on the other hand, if they work that in as like just a random assortment of missions that you do, I would enjoy that.
Yeah, that
Like, I don't
probably
think you
would.
need a GTA in space, but like a specific set of missions that are like you go to space and you deal with aliens and shit.
Just stop. Just stop, please. Please.
Yeah.
You gave me flashbacks.
What, the Saints Row?
Saints Row the Third.
Oh, well, yeah, Saints Row already did that.
why was it that I was thinking the same thing?
Well, it's Saints Row. They're like GTA if you go that extra step further and start parroting yourself.
That's what Saints Row did. They were parodying everything. And
Yeah.
Saints Row 4, they finally decided to parody themselves along with Alien games.
Well,
Because, they had to troll everyone and say, Gat's back! because
Yeah.
reasons, because aliens saved Gat, even though they weren't even trying to save Gat, and Gat got saved. So Gat's back.
Retcons.
Well, to be fair, I mean,
To be
anyone
fair,
that
what?
anyone that
What can
has
you say?
anyone that has finished Saints Row the Third kind of realizes one minor detail that kind of makes the whole meaning of the game change quite drastically.
Oh, the Gat zombie?
Not that, literally the ending. I'm not getting into it right now.
Do you not remember the Gat zombie?
Yes, but that's
Yeah,
not
that tells me how the frick is Gat alive, and what is that zombie?
Clones.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, the problem with clones.
I think it's
Yeah.
literally is clones.
Problem with clones.
All right. Well, I think
Oh,
2014 was a pretty decent year overall. I think we had a lot of announced games that got pushed back, like Arkham Knight got pushed back, and I think I know a spoiler for Arkham Knight. I think
how
I'm
did
not
that
sure.
Lara Croft game come out? The Temple of Osiris. How did that one come out? I never did hear anything about it.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything either. I might look into it.
Alright.
You can in GTA Online
What?
customize your character.
Yeah.
You do that for GTA Online. Although the customization is like just the weirdest customization ever.
You have to do your parents and everything else. Yeah, it was great.
You have to do parents of your parents to get your looks, which it is complicated as all hell to try to get to work.
Basically, you've got to try to find, specific genes and try to find the dominant genes and the
Yeah.
recessive genes. You got to pay attention to science.
Yes, it's far too complicated for a character creation.
Science.
It'd be better if you just had a lot of sliders, like every other game has.
But it's GTA. It can't be like every other game.
Well, we don't need some complex, just ridiculous system that kind of doesn't work.
But it's GTA. You'll forgive it. You will forgive it. It's GTA. And holy crap, you are one subscriber away from your first goal. We are.
We are?
49 subscribers.
When?
Well,
Wait.
followers.
Followers. Yes, followers. That's true. Wait, no, I got 50.
We got 50?
Wait,
What?
everything.
Well,
When did we hit
Sounds-
50? Because you haven't gotten any notifications.
I
Sounds
might
like
have.
we-
I ain't got my phone with me.
Oh,
Sounds like
Not
we've
to
got to
mention-
do Halo through Halo 4
there's
on
more
her
than just that.
Paso.
There's more than that.
There's
Which means I'm going to be working a bit on on a couple different things at the same time.
It means I might actually
so-
have to start doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to spend a few days recording things. Anyway, I think 2014 was a good year overall.
Yeah, except for some minor glitches.
Yeah, some games didn't turn out that well, but I think overall we've had a fine year. I think next year will be really good.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, huh?
What?
Oh, droid. Never mind.
Yeah, Android. I knew that it said Android, that's why I ignored it.
Question.
I saw that and I'm just like, wait, huh? That's an old game.
How many
What?
were we at before the stream?
47.
Well, then we're only at 49. I don't know why it's saying 50.
It's saying 50 for me too.
Yeah, it's saying 50.
Yeah, it's saying 50.
Oh, wait, no, I hit one more than what I meant to. Yeah, 50.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So, yep, you've got to do work. Ha 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 ha.
Keep laughing, I'll pull you in on it.
Oh crap.
I didn't say I had to do it solo.
How are you gonna pull me in on it? How are you gonna pull me in on it? All you can pull me into is Halo 3 and Halo 4. Oh crap.
Uh-huh.
You just answered your own question. Yeah.
Ignore the
2014.
fact that I have reach. I don't have reach.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Me plus anyone that has followed our Twitch back when we were doing that knows better.
Yeah.
I don't.
The only
I don't
problem
own
is
reach. I don't know
I
what you're
can't
talking
do
about.
reach because my reach is screwed up in terms of story mode.
And
I don't own reach. I don't know what you're talking about. I've
keep
never
in
played
mind, I
reach.
did say it was excluding two
I've never
ODST
even played
wars.
Halo. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Full of shit.
Yeah.
The
So, yeah.
reason why I say it's excluding two is because I only have PC and I cannot record PC for shit. And I believe
Yeah.
the original concept was actually going to be stream, but I didn't put that in the goal, so I can get away either direction.
Yay!
Well,
Well,
what
we'll
do you
just
guys think
record
of
it and I
2014?
can edit it. You just have to give me the big file.
I've got editing software. Clock.
What?
I've got editing software. Clock.
But I'm the media team director.
And your point.
Well, I guess that just means I'm your boss then, when it comes to recording.
Anyway, what do you guys think of 2014 as a whole?
Been good.
Yeah.
Well, I see where there's been quite a few disappointments and quite a few things that then haven't turned out that well in terms of high-profile games, but there's been plenty of other stuff that has come out, either as re-releases or just straight-up releases that have been good.
Yeah.
Especially indie titles. Indie titles, and granted, indie titles are always consistently good, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. There are some of them that are kind of out there, though. You got to admit. There's some of them that you just kind of wonder, how the heck did he come up with this idea?
I do know
Right.
one thing, though. This seems to be the year for re-releases.
Yeah, there's a lot of re-releases and remakes this year.
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to,
I don't know. It's the indie year too.
I think that remake part came down to this year. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One just came out. They're in their first year of release, so
They need games.
right, and
Not necessarily that, but there's no backwards compatibility.
yeah, so
So
they have to
anything that came out within the last year of the 360s
Needs to be
cycle
re-released.
yeah.
in order to get the sales numbers up.
Yep.
Also, I have no idea how to answer Taco's question.
I really don't either.
I'm
Favorite
like-
game part,
Favorite game.
favorite game part, I can pretty much snap off.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could answer that right now just because I played the game and so far I love it. Inquisition. I love the way it's set up and I love the way it plays. One thing I'd add? I don't know.
Variable tech. Yeah.
favorite game would probably have to be Combat Evolved.
That's because Halo. I mean, Halo needs to be excluded from this because Halo is Halo and nothing can ever beat
And if
Halo.
we're going to exclude that, then I can go back even farther and then say Star Fox 64.
Okay, that works. Halo is Halo. You
I
gotta
mean, I've
exclude
not
that
just
from this
one
list.
console kind of idea, but in all seriousness, though, CE would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
would have no idea what to say as favorite game and or what to add to it to make it even
the
better.
add
'cause
to it, that just kind of throws me in a
Yeah.
loop
For
there.
me, with Inquisition, I feel like there's I don't know. I do something differently with the menu. The way you go into your character's inventory and then the how to level it up. I would do something differently with that because it's funky. I don't know if I like it or not.
Oh, Glock, also be prepared to annoyed with your war room table.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the thing, you can set up to have things done, But as soon as but when you leave, if you get an alert saying, "Hey, this is done," you have to go all the way back to take care of it, no matter how short
Really?
it is. Yes,
Oh, that's annoying.
yes. But anyway, yeah. I don't know about the year of wearable tech, although we've gotten some wearable tech this year.
It hasn't been that much, but we have gotten
Yeah.
some.
Like we got the whole like communicator watch thing this year that I don't think turned out that well, which is sad. That's like every like sci-fi fan's dream is to have like a watch that you can talk to people with.
Kind of, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm talking to you on my watch. Whoa, that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right?
Well, it's because it's in so many like movies and shows and stuff. It's like, oh, I want that in real life.
And
And
none
Apparently
of
it
it's
it's
turns
not.
out to be
there.
very expensive.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I still want to kind of get one.
I granted I've only seen like one review, but it seemed like it didn't turn out that well.
To
Yeah.
watch. People don't really wear watches anymore, so.
I wear a watch.
I
You
don't.
do, but how many people have you seen on the street with watches? Honestly.
Not that many.
Exactly my point.
They're kind of getting to
Watches
be
are
a thing of
starting.
the past. Really.
Yeah, they really are. So I could understand why it's starting to get old.
Worst game on the market. That's a good question considering our end of the year discussion. Worst game on the market. What you do to make it better?
Don't even bring up Unity or don't. No.
I wasn't even gonna bring up Unity. I'm like, that is nowhere close to the worst game of the year.
Worst game of the year. We had a discussion about that was something sort of like this a while back.
Well, what?
Games that we overall hated.
Yeah.
I can't think of the game that I hated.
Google Glass ain't really went too far yet.
Google Glass has just kind of disappeared off the radar.
I mean, it's there, but it's not there.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
think that more boils down to the price
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say Sonic Boom might have been the worst this year.
Yeah, that was
Out
one
of
of the
what I
biggest
know.
flops. That was one of the biggest flops this year. Yeah.
And honestly, there's no one thing you can do to make it better. You really have to take it back to the drawing board and redo it. Because there's too many problems in too many areas.
No. Didn't Rise Son of Rome come out this year?
Did it?
I thought it was last year.
I
I thought it was a console release.
Yeah, it was a launch title.
Oh, yeah. Never mind then. I was about to say if that
Yeah,
was
it
it,
came
then
out
yeah,
last
it
year.
was. Yeah.
It came out Windows this year. Yeah, you got to take Sonic Boom back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that one
There-
kind of flopped.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
there are
flawed
other
from the get-go.
games. There are other games that just kind of came out and then disappeared, but they didn't flop so hard that people were just like, "Oh God, this is disgusting."
Like when you're being said when it's said that you are worse than Sonic 06, and Sonic 06 is at least enjoyable in how bad it is, that is saying something.
That is saying something.
Like Sonic 06 is terrible. It is a terrible game, but it's funny. You can laugh at the game. You
Its
can't laugh at
terribleness
Sonic
is
Boom.
funny.
It's just an irritating mess of a game.
Yeah.
All right. Releases. Transition
Ugh.
us. We got like 2, and it's on like the second page.
Oh well, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
We got nothing for releases for a while.
Well, yeah, it's
One of the few times I actually wasn't set up.
But you get
for-
like, we get like a whole bunch of like containers, plastic containers, and wallpaper today. I've been out
everyone
shopping
wants
today.
that.
Well, it's like 50% off wallpaper, or not wallpaper, wrapping paper.
Yes, because we need wrapping paper right now.
I see what you mean. There is absolutely no releases for the week of the
Yeah.
28th.
Nope.
What the frick are these two games?
Well, it's Warhammer Quest on January 7th for PC, Linux, and Mac, and Sky Patrol for iOS on January 8th. And that's it.
Again, what the frick are these two games?
There's only 2 games going forward from there.
That's great.
But it might change by before. Alright.
Okay,
There's
I guess that does it for everything else, so that means on to the quick draws?
our Christmas hauls.
Yep. I guess it starts with you, Jeremy.
Alright. Well, I'll start with small stuff and go up.
Alright.
I got some eShop points, Facebook credit, because I was talking to my mom about playing Avengers Alliance, so she's like, here's some Facebook credits as a last minute gift. And I got some Riot points for League of Legends, which I've spent almost all of it already on skins, which was my plan to begin with. I get skins for a bunch of the characters I play, so
So we'll start seeing some new skins?
yes.
Sweet.
I even have a skin for Ash, but it's a different Ash skin from what you have, Glock.
That's because my Ash skin people don't really seem to look at very much, even though I love it.
Well, I like the Amethyst skin too, but I figured I'd grab a different Ash skin. So I got the Sherwood Forest one.
Ooh, the Robin Hood one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I got 4 Wii U games. I got Mario Kart 8, Hyrule Warriors, Smash Brothers for Wii U, and Wonderful 101.
Wonderful 101, is that the game that's like 101 games in one?
No. Wonderful 101 is the Platinum Games one that has you playing as heroes that can turn into various weapons. Well, they merged them together into various weapons. Came out like last year, I want to say.
I don't
Last
remember
year, the year
this
before.
one.
We talked about it in an E3 for an E3 special, so it's pretty good. Mario Kart 8's really good. Smash Bros is really good. Hyrule Warriors is really good.
Anything else really good?
That's all the games I got.
Okay.
That's not everything I got though.
What else did you get?
I've got 2 figure works that I ordered myself. I didn't pay for them, but I ordered them because I'm the only one who knows where to get them, and they just leave it to me to get.
And then they pay for when it gets there?
No, they pay for it when I tell them. It's like, oh, I got the request for money, request for the order came in, because that's how Monarchy works.
Oh, okay.
Monarchy doesn't ask for money until they give you a shipping estimate.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and also to check their stock. Like, they literally will cancel the order for you if they don't have it, because they're a used toy store. I use used in the loosest sense of the word, because used for them is a scuffed box or an open box.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not used.
That's good.
But yeah, Oz Putotera, Beast Mantle set, they both look great.
I'll say again, Putotera, it's not the same without.
It still looks good.
But it's not the same!
I'm assuming we will be getting images of them before too long.
Yeah, I'll need to sit down with my camera and take pictures of all this. And of my surprise, which is I got amiibos for Christmas.
Oh my
Lord.
god, you got amiibos.
Yes.
No,
I got
amiibos.
Mario,
Amiibos.
Link, Fox, Yoshi, Pikachu, Samus, and Luigi. Samus Luigi I got today when I was out hunting something else, which I'll get to in a second.
Wait. Why can't you use your PS4?
PSN?
Oh!
Yes, PSN is still down because Sony has history with people hacking PSN. And it's not a good history.
Oh, Microsoft's had a history with people hacking Xbox Live recently.
Well, PSN is worse because it was so widespread. Microsoft's not had that big of a hack. ever.
Yeah, and they were able to handle this one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
True, they've never had one to that point, but I mean, I think Microsoft has the title for most DDoSes in a matter of a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amiibos, I will say, look fantastic. Like, on Mario, his overalls actually have a different textured look than the rest of what is on the figure.
Oh wow.
Like, they even went in and, like, painted, like, the knees and, like, the chest area to be a little worn or, like, lit up from, like, the fireball.
Huh.
It's actually a different... They actually, like, painted on there. They're all detailed. Like, there's nothing unpainted on there. They're all detailed. They all look different. Like, Mario, Link, and Fox are, like, very flat in their colors, while Samus is very shiny. Because hers is more armor, whereas theirs is, like, more clothing. Luigi's the same thing. He's, like, very flat in his colors to reflect the clothing. They're really nice. They look really good. And also, I saw a factory defect, or more of a packaging defect, of a Pikachu flipped completely upside down in the packaging. Which, how the fuck that happens, I don't know. Because here's how they're packed. They're literally slid in to the plastic. Like, the bottom part of the plastic that holds it in place, the figure is slid into there, and the back is slapped up against them. And, like, not only is there, like, two squares that plug in to hold that in place, but it also is molded to fit. So how the fuck that gets out of packaging, I don't even begin to understand. So yeah, I've started amiibos now, which is a terrible thing.
That's not good.
No. I have enough expensive hobbies.
Yeah,
I need
your
another...
biggest expensive one is fixing to be when you get into the game releases.
Yeah. God, figure arts. Yeah, they look nice. Pikachu has a little trick photography with his. He's actually leaning forward on his amiibo. He's not standing completely straight up.
Huh.
And my Samus has a little bit of a lean, but I think that's just like an error. But it's not like an egregious error. It just looks like she's like tilted slightly to the left.
So it's another
But
Samus error.
not a bad one. The functionality is really simple. Like, all you have to do is like touch it on the pad, and then you're done. And it takes like a quick second. Although you can't use them in packaging, so if you're like wanting to get these but keep them in packaging, not gonna happen. I don't know the range on them, but it's like really close.
So
And there's also like...
basically, if you want to keep them in mint condition, then you're not going to use them.
Yeah.
But if you want to use them, they're not going to be in mint condition either.
No. There's also like this piece of tape under the base in the packaging, which I think also maybe negates the sensing of it. Potentially, I don't know. All I know is it's in all of them. I guess it's just because they don't want people like bringing in their 3DS and being like, "Oh, yoink, unlock, yoink, unlock, yoink, unlock."
True.
The Smash Bros. Training Dumbies are pretty good. I've only used like the Mario one, but it's pretty good. Mario Kart unlocks are... I haven't got to try them yet because I haven't unlocked the Mii Racer yet. And I got the spinner for Hyrule Warriors, and it is a ridiculous weapon. Imagine Link riding around on a giant Beyblade beating up people. That is how I describe Link using the spinner in Hyrule Warriors.
Oh god.
And it's not just one Beyblade, it's multiple Beyblades that have, like, lightning.
You have to try to stream that sometime.
I am planning on streaming some of the Wii games I got. Especially Wonderful 101, because as we've all seen a lot of writer stuff, Wonderful 101, I swear, is like a little bit of a love letter to Tokusatsu in general, because it's so over the top.
Really?
Yes. Oh god, it's so over the top, it's wonderful.
Did you
Well.
mean to do that?
Not on purpose.
That was great.
And one last thing. which is technically not a part of my Christmas haul because I didn't get it on Christmas, but I got it with Christmas money. You remember me talking about the Bionicles for 2015?
Yes.
Oh my god, you didn't.
Well, people started reporting sightings of them in stores Christmas Eve. After researching some information, I found the DCPI numbers for most of the 2015 Bionicles for Target.
Oh my god, you didn't.
7 o'clock past 7 o'clock this morning, me and my mom and uncle went up to the Target on Gumboro Road here in Chattanooga. We got almost every single 2015 Bionicle there. That is a part of the 2015 set. Except for Nula
You
and Gallia,
suck.
which we then got at the Toys R Us in Chattanooga.
You
Uh,
suck.
you guys didn't think to check the one here in Cleveland, did you?
The tracker I was using checked the Cleveland one, nothing.
Ah,
We even went to the Cleveland Target today, and they haven't put them out. So, as
You
far as the
guys.
DCPI says, they don't have them in stock. Granted, I think that it's a little off on its numbers. But what, Glock?
You guys suck. You guys have the Bionicles.
I can give you the DCPI numbers in the tracker if you want to check around where you're at.
I do.
All right. But I've only got to build the 6 Toa. They are fantastic. They are very distinctive. They are also fucking huge. I don't remember Bionicles being this big.
Don't complain about them being big. They might downsize them.
Well, they're like 7 inches tall. They're a good inch over the biggest thing I have, which is my Figuarts.
I am okay
And that's not counting the
with that.
bulk.
I'm okay with that.
I'm just saying, it's like I'm not complaining about the size. I'm just like, holy fuck, these are big. I didn't think they'd be this big. Holy shit. And like, not only are they tall, they're bulky too. Like some of them got good are very bulky, which works for their silhouettes. Yeah, I've yet to build the 6 protectors and the Lord of Skull Spires, but I plan on doing all that in the next couple days, along with redecorating my room so I have shelving space for them.
How long is the how many seconds? Which
Honestly, I
just
would think
now
PSN.
posted that.
What?
If you could estimate on when PSN, he just now posted that. Is there that much lag in the system right now?
That was only like like less than a minute ago. You have to bear in mind there's switch delay in terms of us saying something and him hearing it. But yeah, honestly, I would think PSN would be up and running by this weekend.
I'd probably
Like,
say latest like Saturday evening kind of deal.
yeah, they'll be fixed by Saturday evening.
Because
Like if it,
especially seeing as how quick Microsoft got Xbox Live completely up and running again.
yeah,
But they're Microsoft. They deal with this all the time, so they're good.
True.
yeah. If they push it to Sunday, I would start worrying of like, okay, what happened? All right, 20 seconds. They shaved it off some more. Yeah, that's been my Christmas haul. I got a whole.
Tommy?
Why don't you just cut him off next time?
I thought he was done talking. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I won't say anything anymore. God.
That's how you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. Honestly, as far as the adults in the house, because I've kind of got 4 younger siblings, we kind of just wait until we get our taxes back, and then that kind of fills in the gap. So really, I only get like a few things here and there, but a couple of the things I got a $20 Steam card, which I used to get all of the Payday 2 DLC, except for the 2 soundtrack DLCs and the Clover DLC.
I think if you just want the songs, that you pick up the soundtrack. I don't think it does anything for the game.
That's
I don't
what I
think.
was thinking, so that's why I kind of waited on them. I figured if I want, I'll come back later and get them.
Yeah.
I saw a Payday 2 Ultimate Edition thing. I think it included all of the DLC.
It does, and also I found out after the fact that they went in and made packs for the heist DLCs and the weapon DLCs and all that.
Oh, I forgot about that. I saw that the other day, but I didn't think to mention it.
I didn't realize that till after I done bought it, so it's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh well, oh well.
Might have been. You might have been able to save a little bit on it.
I
Not
don't know,
sure.
cause I kind of caught it during the Steam sale, so that might have kind of evened it out. Because I know a lot of the DLC they had marked down quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I got that, and I also have a $20 virtual Visa gift card that I don't know what to spend it on right now. I am confused on what to spend this on.
You'll find something.
Oh yeah, I know I will. So pretty
I,
much right now I'm just hanging on to it.
I would think you could
That's
use
what
it
I'm
on
doing
like
with my Best Buy
any
card.
uh like online store.
As
I would
far as
think.
I understand, it works just like a regular Visa card. So, but yeah, I don't know if I want to spend it on games or if I want to find something else to spend it on or what. So, I'm just kind of holding on right now. But that's pretty much the big stuff. Anyhow, I got a little bit of little here and there's, but that kind of about covers it on me.
Yeah.
So I guess
40?
Glock, off to your stuff.
Well, I mean, mine was more of it was expensive. It wasn't like, a big Christmas. It was just an expensive Christmas for me. I got an
Oh.
Xbox One. I got the Assassin's Creed thing with Unity and Black Flag,
Oh, the Xbox
the
One?
bundle. Yeah, the
Oh, the
Xbox
Black
One with
Friday one.
the
Okay.
yeah. Um, so I got that, and
And he's talking away
I
from his
got a couple
mic.
games. I got, huh?
I said, and he's talking away
You,
from his mic.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm
You
not
talk
talking
in.
away from the mic. I was looking around my room to look at the stuff that I got.
Oh, I was gonna
Um,
say you really can tell you're playing a game right now, but if that's the case, okay.
no. Um, I got Dragon Age Inquisition, which actually I bought that today because I couldn't go yesterday because Christmas and nobody's open. Anyway, um, I got a bunch of gift cards for GameStop. If I didn't know any better, I'd think my family knows me. But I got a Best Buy gift card, which I have no idea what I'm going to use that on. I think I'm going to try to use it to get another Xbox One controller.
Why do you need two
Hey, you can use
controllers
to get
for one
anything
person?
text-wise from there.
You what?
Go
What'd you
ahead.
say, Tommy?
Oh, you didn't hear me. Okay. Why do you need two controllers for one
Yeah.
person?
It's not just one person. I was actually wanting to play with my uncle.
Ah,
Yeah. So I got that. I also got the Master Chief Collection.
Ooh,
I'm
then you
waiting
can
for the
tell
thumbnail.
us all sorts of wonderful things about that.
why should he
Yeah,
tell us when he
yeah,
can stream it?
yeah. I can show you.
True. Oh yeah, you've got the internal Twitch streaming with the Xbox One.
Yes.
Yep. All we've got to do is we've all got to get on Skype and use Skype to talk.
Which we will
And
have
I
to
found
test
out
that
that the
sometime.
program does work.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So
Good.
I don't know if it works cross-platform, Skype working cross-platform, but I
It
know that it
does.
does work while you're playing a game.
It works cross-platform. I know that much because it did on the 360. They're not going to take that away from it.
Okay, cool. Um, I also got Call of Duty Ghosts. It was a present. It was from my grandparents. Not gonna say no. I'm gonna respect them. I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna be happy with the gift.
Ghost? I'm trying to remember which one was Ghost.
The last one, not the new one, but the one right before it.
The one that had the advanced fish technology. You know, the fish that move away when you swim close to them.
Yeah, and isn't that also the one with the that makes you care about your dog?
Yeah, apparently. Oh my god, my dog!
At least you'll have the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
you'll have, though. That's the problem.
Single player, not so much.
That's the
You can
problem,
laugh
though.
at it.
That's the problem, though. The single player is what I play. I don't play the multiplayer.
Well, you can laugh at it, and possibly how terribly written it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Um,
There we go. Special episode of Rift Tracks. Call of Duty Ghosts.
oh my god.
I've always thought about doing a series where it's just one of us voicing a silent protagonist the entire game, being like, "Wait a minute, I don't know about," and just voicing random lines.
Oh, so we come up with our own lines for the game.
Yes,
That would
for the
be
silent
great.
protagonist that says "Jack all."
That would be great. We have to do that one time. We have to find a way to do that. But I got a bunch of gift cards. I got some clothes, and I'm happy I got clothes because these are nice looking clothes. Like I'm talking like plaid button up shirts and you know stuff like that. Like good dress up, like good dress shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, where's it
Yeah.
from?
Faded Glory. The got uh, Shady Limited.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it, and
Never heard of Faded Glory?
no.
Really?
What?
You're looking at someone who does not dress formally hardly ever.
Okay, how about
I got.
George?
What was it?
George.
Maybe. Probably not.
Anyway, I
Wow.
just got a lot of dress shirts and jeans and stuff like that, and I'm happy with that. I also got some Axe stuff. You know,
Oh, that. I hate the smell of Axe.
I don't like the smell of the spray, but I do like the smell of the body wash. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, that was pretty much my Christmas, and it's still not over because I now have $100 in my wallet. No idea what. So yeah.
So you're pretty much in the same boat as me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently iPhone 6 thoughts, he asked. And what is he talking about? This is your guys' 40 talk show.
I don't know.
I didn't get that one either. I mean, if I had some explanation on that one, that would be.
Yeah, could you explain that one for us? Because
Yeah,
we're all kind of dumbfounded with that one.
I was say our 40th talk show. Nope.
Yeah, this isn't our 40th.
I think we're close to like. We've been doing TGX for 2 years now. On a
Yeah,
bi-weekly basis.
Been doing it for a couple years.
Yeah.
We put it through its paces, that's for sure.
Well, I know we've been doing riff tracks for like what, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And one
So-
or two of the years I wasn't there because
So TGS has to be fairly close to that. So yeah, I'd probably put it about 2.5.
I think I'm the only one with an iPhone, and I don't think it's even a 6. I think it's like a 5S. So.
Oh, okay. We're sorry.
Truthfully, I've compared the specs to on iPhone 6s to some of the upper end Androids. Yeah, it still hasn't swayed my opinion. It gives me the same kind of idea as the whole PC Mac concept there. PCs usually have more power behind them than Macs, and really, there's not anything that I've seen that Mac has grabbed my attention on.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to bring up one last present because it's the best thing on earth.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Of course, he brings that up.
What exactly is that?
Oh,
Have
God.
you ever seen The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Then you know what rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock is.
Actually, he
Oh.
might not if he didn't watch that episode.
I think I'm
Yeah.
aware of it. I don't think I've seen that episode.
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's a dice game now apparently, and I
Okay.
have the dice game, and you have this paper, and if I lose the paper, I'll have no idea how to play the game.
Yeah, because it's that complicated.
It really is. Here, let me explain.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Oh, Lord, what have I
Oh,
opened up?
I'm not gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Scissors cuts paper. Scissors decapitates lizard. Paper covers rock. Lizard eats paper. Rock crushes lizard. Paper disproves Spock. Lizard poisons Spock. Spock vaporizes rock. Spock smashes scissors, and rock crushes scissors.
Why did we need to complicate rock, paper, scissors? Like, if you're gonna, like, complicate rock,
because
paper, scissors, I expect, like, 12 things.
because
Well, no, 12 things would
Star
be overcomplicating it.
yeah. Star Trek needed to be in rock paper scissors. That's why.
Oh, I also forgot one thing. I got a model of the 2014 Corvette Stingray. Put up on a shelf. It looks really nice because it's in the dark blue. I really like the new Stingray.
But that
It is a
does look
nice car.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I've seen the new Stingray in person a couple times. It looks fantastic. It does. It's got a little Aston Martin in it, like the DB models. It's got a little
Yeah.
bit of that in it, but it gives the Corvette a little bit more of a aggressive look. It looks really nice.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that will do it. Maybe I'll win some shiny Pokemon since I see someone retweeted a tweet about it, and I'm like, screw it, I'll retweet and follow.
And Taco, I know he's gonna say it in the intro. I just want an extra
Outro.
Outro.
or outro. I know he's gonna say it in the outro, but I just want to kind of put it back in. Kind of try to throw it as an idea to you. Try to check out our site. It's on the screen. It's right there. It says site tgsr.org. Check it out because site and
And he's horrible at trying to pander out stuff.
Yes.
Like, hardcore horrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Xbox Live has been up since last night.
Yeah, Xbox Live's been fine.
Yeah, the core systems have been up at least. I know TV and media is still having problems. And something else is still having problems. Can't remember what. But they're minimal problems. The core game still works. So yeah, Xbox Live is up. Anyway, but yeah, check out the site because we've got a lot of cool stuff. We've got our TeamSpeak thing. We've got all of our streams in the forum, or not the forum. What the frick? The archives.
Forums, what the fuck?
We've got our news corner. Me.
That's been neglected hard.
It really has been neglected, and PSN is still not up. Right now, it's still down. Don't know
Oh.
what's going to happen with it. Don't know how long it's going to be down.
I'll grab a PlayStation controller and check. Oh, there's one. Let me
But
check real quick.
just check out the site, see what you think of it. Maybe give us a few ideas of what you think might need to be improved. Check out the news corner, check out the forums, and see what you can see. Any ideas you might have, just throw them Tommy's way. He'll give you the rest in the outro, I'm sure. All right, that's
Hey.
Tommy Gunn's outro.
That was long, drawn out, and probably really not needed, but.
Nope.
Shut up!
Yeah.
I tried, dang it! Shut up!
You had your try hard pants on.
I did!
Oh. I was gonna check PSN myself, but it took me a bit to find a PlayStation 3 controller at the moment. Apparently, I was looking in all the wrong places around my chair.
Whoops.
That'll do it for TGS. But tomorrow, we'll be doing Blue Exorcist on TGSR, which I have no idea how the hell that's going to turn out. I hope for the
Yeah.
best.
I know
The-
nothing about the show, so.
So check us out tomorrow, because I'm sure it'll be pretty fun.
And that
That'll
one will
be
be
on the-
over on our YouTube.
Yep.
Uh,
He'll give you the YouTube and everything, so.
Then we'll have a full week of content next week, which will include me recording a whole bunch of stuff since we've now hit 50 followers.
And it'll include me doing stuff too now.
And
Yeah.
not me, because I don't play Halo. Never have.
Oh, guess what? Now
Don't.
that you opened your mouth again, yes, you are helping.
No. I don't even own Halo. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even own the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, we got 50 followers on Twitch, which, woohoo, that's like a milestone for us. Like, we hit 50 followers before the end of 2014. That is an accomplishment.
Yes.
That actually was a pretty good accomplishment. I'm kind of happy with that.
Although,
And
you
yes,
know what's funny?
I'll help, but I'm gonna die.
You know
A
what's
lot.
funny?
What?
What?
We barely squeezed in on that one.
We really did.
Yeah, we would have like 2 more streams to try to get it, but yeah. So yeah, 50. Here's the 50 more, maybe by the end of 2015, maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully.
We super small time, so probably not.
Yep.
All right. For Glock and for Tommy, I'm Peace. Good night, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow for TGSR with Blue Exorcist. And in 2 weeks for the first TGS of 2015 with who knows what in terms of news.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site at tgstgsr.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following @TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegaming on Google Plus at google.com/+tgstgsr.org, and on YouTube at youtube.com/tgsaloon. Till next time.